How do you find the mean of a discrete random variable? How do you find the variance of a discrete random variable? That is the purpose of today's tutorial. I want to show you guys how you easily find the mean of a discrete random variable and its variance. Let us consider this example. It's easily done with an example. X is a discrete random variable having values 1, 2, and 3. X has values 1, 2, and 3. Each of the values has their probabilities. As you can see, the probability of 1 is 0.3, the probability of 2 is 0.5, the probability of 3 is 0.6. Now, this table is called the probability distribution table of the random variable x. The probability distribution table of the random variable x. Now, our interest is how do we obtain the mean of this distribution? How do we obtain the variance of this distribution? The mean is denoted as expectation of x and the variance is denoted this way. How do we calculate them? Before we get into that, please, if you are new to my channel, please consider to like, subscribe, and share, and press the notification button for more tutorials. Thanks. Now, we want to calculate the mean. Let's start with that. The mean, as I've said, is denoted the expectation of x. How is the mean calculated? There is a formula for it. We're going to use the formula. The formula is sum of all x, probability of x equal to x. This simply means that you multiply each value of the random variable by its probability and then add the result. So we're going to do so on our distribution table. We're going to do so on our distribution table, meaning I have x times its probability. Each value times its probability. So when I multiply 1 by 0.3, it gives 0.3. When you multiply 2 by 0.5, it gives you 1. When you multiply 3 by 0.2, it gives you 0.6. So these are the products. We now sum them. If we sum them, it gives us, this is 0.3 plus 1, that's 1.3, plus this 1.9. What does this mean? It means that by the formula, the expectation or the mean of this random variable is 1.9. That is the mean. We proceed to finding the variance. How do you get the variance? First of all, the variance is denoted this way, and then it is calculated also using a formula. The formula is expectation of x squared minus the expectation of x, all of that squared. This is the formula that gives the variance. We can rewrite this as the expectation of x squared minus 1.9 squared, because we already have this one. We already have the expectation of x, which is 1.9, so we can substitute there. What we don't have is the expectation of x squared. So we have to look for the expectation of x squared. To do so, we are going to repeat the same procedure we used for finding the expectation of x. So the expectation of x squared is simply the sum of all x squared times their probabilities as well, meaning that square each value of the random variable and multiply that squared by its probability and then sum the result. Again, we are going to do so on the probability distribution table. We can still use the probability distribution table to do so. So here, let me first of all square each value. X squared, when I square 1, I have 1. When we square 2, we have 4. When we square 3, we have 9. Now let us multiply each square by its probability. So 1 times 0.3 gives us 0.3. 4 times 0.5 gives us 2. And then 9 times 0.2 gives us 1.8. Therefore, if we add again, if we add this sum, what do we get? When we add this sum, we get about 4.1. We get 4.1. This means that the expectation of x squared for the random variable x in this case is 4.1. With this value of the expectation of x squared, we can now proceed to concluding on the value of that variance which is of interest to us. The variance will therefore be 4.1 minus 1.9 squared. When we simplify 4.1 minus 1.9 squared, it gives us 0.49. So the variance is 0.49 and the mean is 1.4. This is how you calculate the mean and variance of a discrete random variable. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the notification button for more tutorials like this. Also comment. Thank you.